Welcome back to Unwrapped. We're in the fry kitchen celebrating our passion for fried foods. After French fries, onion rings are the second most ordered appetizer on restaurant menus. At almost 1 billion rings per year, this next company serves those deep-fried favorites with stripes. There's one thing that rings true about onions. Just slice them and fry them, and you've got fans.
There you are.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
At this factory in Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin, workers have seen a lot of onions over the years. In fact, it's believed some of the very first fried O-rings rolled off the line here more than 50 years ago.
Our records show that the onion rings were actually created here in 1958 were the first commercial onion rings.
These days, they're as popular as ever. The only appetizers people order more are French fries. But how many fries do you know of that have beer in the recipe? That's right, a light and a dark beer are the main flavors behind Brew City Black and Tan onion rings.
You get a mix, the sweet of the onion as well as the bitterness of the beer, so it's a nice complement.
It all begins when mounds of onions arrive in 2,000-pound sacks.
First thing we do is we hoist them up in the air and dump them in a hopper automatically, which will go out to the line.
Workers check the size and quality of the onions, then line them up. Check out how they position each one on a conveyor just before the ends are cut and the peels come off. Next, the onions move through a slicer and into a hot bath.
You have a bath in there because onions don't like to come apart naturally, so you heat them up a little bit and they get pliable, they come apart.
The rings rattle loose on a vibrating conveyor. Then it's time to bring on the beer batter. The batter is a mixture of Pilsner beer, flour, and a few other ingredients. A shower of breadcrumbs is next, then more beer batter.
We use approximately 25 million pounds of onions per year, as well as 750,000 gallons of beer.
All the alcohol burns off when the battered up rings ride into the fryer for 25 seconds. The rings reappear with their signature stripe, thanks to a splash of stout beer and secret flavorings. They sprinkle on the dark beer before the rings hit the oil. With light-colored beer in the batter and dark beer on top, you get the perfect black and tan onion ring.
You're definitely going to taste the stout beer that's in the black and tan, so it'll have a little more of a bitter flavor versus just the sweet flavor.
Next, conveyors take the onion rings to a spiral freezer set to minus 28 degrees Fahrenheit. They chill the rings right away to keep them from sticking together. 20 minutes later, the onion rings head to packaging and eventually restaurants all over.
We'll do about 30 million pounds of onion rings. Roughly translated, we'll produce about 1 billion rings here a year.